This is possibly the most requested bridal makeup look. If you want your bridal makeup to last all day, if you want your makeup to look flawless in photo and still feel like you, whether you're a bride-to-be or a makeup artist, this is the only tutorial you need. The ultimate bridal makeup tutorial. Let's get in. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mamus Ate, a pro makeup artist and a bridal beauty lover, and today I am walking you through the ultimate step-by-step bridal makeup tutorial. We will cover every details from prepping the skin to locking in that perfect photo ready finish. Bridal makeup starts with the skin. I am using an hydrating toner to first of all cleanse our face properly, and then I went in with an hydrating mist. This is the badescu setting mist, and in this video you are going to be seeing a lot of skin prep care, okay, because it helps. It is very important. It leads to a more long lasting bridal makeup for brides. When that is properly dried down, I followed by applying a lightweight moisturizer that is nothing too crazy. Brides often cry, they often sweat, and they always get a lot of hugs, so skin prep needs to be solid. And then try to use lightweight waterproof makeup products on brides. Next off is me using this holding sweat block. I use this sweat block and I applied on her T-zones and areas that she's likely to sweat on. And then I went in with a primer, and this primer is mattifying primer. This primer also have an SPF, okay, and this helps. Then I'm also using a pure filling primer in the T-zone and a gripping primer on the rest of the face. These combos help everything stick together while still looking smooth. Next is foundation. Use foundation that are long wear and buildable coverage is the goal here, okay? As you can see, I'm gently building on our face, and then I'm using a foundation brush. It is important that you use a formula that transfer resistance and does not flash back in photos. It's important you apply foundation in thin layers to avoid heaviness, and then you move from one section of the face to the other section of the face. As you can see, I am done with one part of the face, and then I am currently on the second part of the face. Then you gently blend. When I'm done using a foundation brush in blending my foundation, I go in using a damp beauty sponge. As you can see, using this damp beauty blender, you can see that the foundation is sitting properly on our face and is properly blended. Next off is concealer. Concealer should brighten the under eyes but never cake. I mix 2 shades for dimension and set lightly on the areas that lights are going to reflect on the areas that lights are going to bounce on the areas that needed to be highlighted, and it's important to use 2 shades brighter. I would like to educate brides on some rules that I think they should follow. Number 1 rules: as a bride, don't follow trend. Don't go for trends. Go for looks that when you look into your picture 10 years from now, you will still find yourself in you. Not that you go for looks that are dated. Avoid trends. At this point, it was time for contour, and as you can see, contour should define and not dominate. So I'm sculpting the cheekbone, the jawline, and the nose with a cream first. Then I will now later set with a powder bronzer, but for now you need to first of all apply all creamy products on areas that they need to be applied on before you blend. Now that's the number 1 tip. Number 2 rules I think brides should follow, or they should look out for. Number 2 is bride should look like their self. As a makeup artist, make a bride to look like herself. As a bride, go for looks that will make you look like yourself, because you want to look more beautiful. You want to be a beautiful version of your own self, but not having a makeup that makes you look completely different. No, you don't need that. You want to be the best version of yourself. So it's important that you work with a makeup artist that understands you, that you also understand, so that they give you a look that makes you look like yourself. At this point, I am blending the highlights and the contour. Like, you need to blend all of the products, the contour, the blush, the glow, the highlights that you've applied on the face. So that's just basically what I'm doing. I like to use a brush first before I go in using a beauty blender. Number 3 rules I would love brides to follow is, when deciding who you want to do your makeup, make sure you also go for someone that does not only know how to make up, but someone that will also make you feel beautiful, someone that will bring lots of positive energy vibe into the room, because whether you like it or not, energy is contagious. You want a makeup artist that is also serving like an hype person. Okay, these are important things that I think all brides should consider, because despite the fact you want to look very beautiful, you want to look like you want to find you in you also need somebody with a beautiful spirit and energy. Okay, I've given you 3 tips. At this point, it was time for me to set. Okay, remember that after your concealer, your contour, is important that you set. So I just set the entire face using a translucent powder, and I use a setting powder from the Beauty by AD to set the entire face. And for bronzer, I'm using the MAC Skin Finishing Powder in Dark Deepest as my contour bronzer powder. Okay, this is another important step that you need. And as for blush, I went into my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. As you can see, I took an orange shade of eyeshadow to apply on her cheek. It's important that you learn to practice colors. Okay, in makeup we have different type of colors. We have primary, tertiary, secondary colors. Knows the one that suits each skin. This is a light skin client, so I decided to use an orange blush. At this point, she had lots of compliments in the room from her chief bridesmaid, her bridal tray, so she was just asking me if she can get a mirror to see herself, but I was like, no, you need to wait till I am done. Okay, so she was still communicating with them, trying to tell one of them to please give her mirror. She really wanted to see her face, but I just tried to calm her down to relax, that when I'm done, if there's something she doesn't like, she should let me know and I will adjust and correct it. But for now, let's work without mirror, please. As for brows, you should know that brows is something that frame the face, not steal the show. I'm using a brow tamer, okay, and a clear gel for definition without harshness. I like to always use a brow tamer to first of all tame the brows, keep the hair in place before going into the brows. And for brows, if you are new here, I love to use a brow gel. See what I'm holding there? It's called a brow gel. It's a Nigerian brand called Edgar and Esther, and I'm using the shade in Toffee. Toffee is very light. It's not as dark as black. It's a light shade of brown. And of course, when I'm done with the right hand side of the brow, I go to the left hand side of the brow. Like I also said, I like to first of all shaping the brows, get my arc before I fill in the brows gently. Okay, I believe this is easy and simple and okay for you to practice. Don't worry, with time, I see a lot of people are comfortable using pencil, but don't worry, with time you get used to a brow gel. You just need to be careful when applying a brow gel. And at this point, it was time for the brow bone to be highlighted using a concealer. When I was done with that, I also used a smaller brush to blend, and then I also used a powder, a Nigerian brown powder called the La Vida. So I use this powder to just set the brow bone, keep them in place. It's important for you to always set after you apply concealer. And then the gele stylist needed to tie the gele because we have another bride that I need to meet up with. The name of this gele stylist is Smile Gele. He's a very nice guy, very fast and very effective. If you're worried looking for a gele stylist, trust me, this is one of those people you should consider working with. Very fast. Now it was time for me to go back to the nose, to contour the nose. And if you remember clearly, while he was tying the gele, I was still doing my thing. So as a bride, the number 4th tip I want to give to you is to please look for vendors that do teamwork, because it's not always easy. Most times vendors beef themselves and they fight because one do not want the other to interfere while he or she is doing his thing. So it's important for you as a bridal makeup artist to learn teamwork, okay? Because of course there will be hairstylists, there will be gele stylists, there will be other vendors that you will be working with. So teamwork is important. And at this point I was also applying my eyeshadow, but first off I applied an eyeshadow primer before applying an eyeshadow. I have different videos on detailed eyeshadow application. If you want to learn tutorials on eyeshadow application, I have some other videos of that on the channel. Look for it and watch it, okay? And now it's time for me to use a green shade of eyeshadow, which was what she requested for. As for brides, I like to listen to them and give them what they requested for during their consultation or during the bridal makeup. Another tip, 5 tip. Now this making it the 5 tip I'm giving to brides out there. Make sure your makeup artist is working with waterproof products. Okay, you can ask them and they can also educate you. I usually educate my clients while working on them. It's fun for me, okay? So waterproof products are more long lasting, okay? Because a bride is likely to sweat, so you need to use long lasting products. And then you can see how creative I am with the eyes. She requested for green, but I added a touch of gold, which turned out to be very beautiful, and it suits her eye shape, okay? Trust me, creativity is very important in bridal makeup. And of course, it was time for her lashes. I first of all applied a lash glue on her eyes, on the lid, and then waited for it to dry for some seconds before putting the lashes, okay? And then I just tried to blend the outer corner of the eyes. Blending is key. It's always important for you to go in to correct any errors that you see. Now it's time for highlight. I love everything about highlighters because it makes the face to pop, okay? And I applied highlighter on her tear dots. It was time for me to apply eyeliners on those eyes, and she requested for a black gel liner, and this just made the entire look to be so glamorous. See, I love brides that know what they want. I love brides that are calm. Truly, for brides, you don't need to be tense. Once you contact your makeup artist, learn to have a certain level of trust on your makeup artist. This helps your makeup artist to have more confidence and build them their confidence while working on you, or with you rather. At this point, I went in with my MAC skin finishing powder to further apply on the entire face, and you can see how the face is given. Time for lips. And for lips, I went in with something kiss proof, okay, not over drying. I am lining with dark brown, and then I will top it with a matte lipstick, okay, and probably with a touch of gloss in the center. That is if she wants it, because for me, I always like a matte lip for bride, because even when you kiss the groom, truth is, one way or the other, a bride will eventually kiss the groom. Either your friends will ask you to, or while taking your pictures, your photographers will ask you to. So I like to, apply a matte lip. That's if the bride actually do approve of it. I went in with my setting spray because I need the face to be drying while I'm still applying a lipstick. Okay, at this point, I deliberately did this to show you how to multitask and how to work faster with time. Instead of spraying and waiting for it to dry, I sprayed and I'm still working. carefully on the face. Okay, and as you can see, the lip product I use here is a Nigerian brand called Beauty. I use more than 4 lipstick. Yes, you are seeing it. You're seeing pink, you're seeing light orange, you're seeing peach, and then I use brown to line. Okay, when it comes to lip, don't be afraid. See, at this point I'm using a dark brown to line again. When it comes to lip application, don't be scared. Okay, go all in for the bride because you want her looking different from people out there. You don't need to give her a regular lip. Her lip needs to be different. Okay, when I was done with that, I went back into my msmetics cheek glaze to apply on her cheek, and then I went in with my finishing spray. Finishing spray is everything. Finishing spray is long way. Okay, and when I'm done with that, I will now use a beauty blender to just calm it down. And yes, I finally gave her a mirror. See her smile. She said, wow, can you beat this beautiful bridal glam? No, you can't. This is how I got my bride smiling all day. And here is the final look: flawless, radiant, and totally bridal. Soft glam, long lasting, and perfect for photos and real life. If you love this bridal breakdown, give it a thumbs up. Comment your wedding date on the comment section, or if you are MUA, let me know your go-to bridal tips. Don't forget to subscribe for more glam tutorials and wedding ready looks. Okay, see you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, and bye guys. Mwah.